Hello, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Well, this concludes the week that I've spent looking at the teachings, and not as much the teachings, but the experiences of Jesus and how they have affected me as I've considered them this week, and I hope blessed you as well. I thought I'd end the week with one taken out of Matthew chapter 9, verse 2. Now, this is a passage where some people have brought a fellow who's paralyzed. He's lying on a bed. We don't know why he was paralyzed. We don't know what it was that brought him to that point, but he's lying on a bed. They bring him to Jesus. And Jesus sees him, and Jesus says to him, quote, "Take heart, my son. Your sins are forgiven." Now, Jesus heals the man with that. The man's able to get up and walk. Brought in on a bed, paralyzed, leaves walking. But it's fascinating to me in several perspectives. Look at three things real briefly with me here. First of all, Jesus calls him my son. Jesus has an affectionate relationship reference point for the man. The man's not just a stranger. Jesus doesn't say to him, "Hey, new guy," or "Hey, guy I don't know." Jesus says, "My son," indicating an intimacy and also a relationship with this man. Jesus is doing more than simply healing him physically. There's something emotionally healing about that. Second thing I want you to notice real quick is Jesus says, don't despair. Take heart is the way it's translated in the English Standard Version. Now, the Greek word there is tharseo. Tharseo is this idea of don't despair, take heart, or take courage, or don't be afraid. And I really, really like that. I like that because it tells me that man must have been thinking either defeat or fear, or there's something emotional going on with that man when he saw Jesus. So Jesus is not only healing him physically and reaching out to him, my son, emotionally, but also giving him emotional encouragement. I really like that. And then the third thing I want you to notice is Jesus says your sins are forgiven. I mean, we don't know if the man was paralyzed because of something that had happened in his life, maybe something rooted in sin, or if it was simply a paralysis that he was born with. It's just endemic or part of the nature of humanity that we live in bodies that aren't perfect, that are sinful, that do fall short. We don't know, but regardless, Jesus speaks into the man's life there as well. Now, you put all three of those points together, and I got to tell you, I love this. I need this. Now, I'm not paralyzed in the sense of my legs not working. I'm able to walk, and I thank God for that. But paralysis doesn't only exist in the physical world. Paralysis can also exist in the emotional world. I mean, I know times of being paralyzed by guilt. I know times of being paralyzed by fear. I know times of being paralyzed by any number of different things. And into that, Jesus comes and he speaks. And he speaks in relationship, my son. And he speaks into that fear. Don't be discouraged. Don't be afraid. Take heart. And he speaks into that forgiveness. I need that. I love that. It's a great way for me to go into this weekend. I hope you'll take it into your weekend as well. I hope you'll take heart and not fear, and know that the God who is our Father is also the God who heals and cares for us. It's your video thought for the day.